What's up, everybody? This is Gray here, and welcome to the Sunday Shift Report. The crap has hit the fan. SHTF. We're going to focus on basically, mostly on, I would say the majority on Friday, a little bit into Saturday and whatnot, what transpired. And, I'm not going to dig into the whole, divisiveness of the conversation. What I want to show is the hypocrites, specifically the person in charge up in Washington. I want to show you some coincidental or non-coincidental information and, what transpired, because I guess before I get into this, I want to say thank you to everyone who joined me on the Sunday Shift Report. I know you guys take time of the afternoon to come and hang out here on the premiere, so thank you for that. I hope to be in the premiere. Folks, I'm going to be honest with you. Thursday night might be an important live stream. And what I mean by that is I have a lot of stuff to discuss with you, my viewers, outside of the realm of what's going on in this world, specifically some personal stuff and some other things of that nature, some changes that are coming to the channel that I need to discuss with you folks, and hopefully, everything runs smooth. But there's, I definitely there's some things I need to change up, and to benefit my life as well as my family's life and some other things. But I'll talk about that on the Thursday late night show for anybody who could make it on that show. I'd appreciate it. It's just so that you're aware and don't get caught off guard. Anyways, everything on this on the Sunday Shift Report is my opinion, folks. My channel, my opinion. My review of the article or videos or clips that I discuss in here. Not all of us may agree with what I have to say. Doesn't mean we can't be friends or acquaintances or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? YouTube buddies. There's all different types of names people use out there. You, my viewers, I consider you part of the Grey community and in a family-like vision is what I see. You know what I mean? Some of you folks have been with me for a long time. And some of you folks are new, which I appreciate everyone, from the old to the new, and I thank you for your support, as always. But definitely some things that I need to go over. Don't forget, Tuesday, I'll have Casey Little Owl as my guest on the Tuesday stream. It should be a really fun stream to do, and really enjoyable to have her on and have a discussion about a lot of different things. So please join us at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday. Looking forward to that. Oh, so I guess let's just get into it, right? Stop beating around the bush, Gray. I want to show you something that that basically I brought up last Sunday, or no, the Sunday before that actually, because I did a Father's Day thing. So 2 weeks ago, I did something, and I'm looking here why. God, Sometimes my computer drives me nuts, folks. It really does. I've been stressing about a lot of different things lately. And it just doesn't want to work with me. These are some of the issues that I have, the stress of things. Anyways, I guess I'll just have the screen over my face and I can't see what I'm doing anyways. But you'll see it on the right part of the screen when I edit this. Anyways, in this article, it says FBI warns it won't tolerate violence amid Supreme Court's abortion ruling. So this was dated June 11th. June 11th, they said the FBI warns it won't tolerate violence amid Supreme Court abortion ruling. I showed you guys this 2 weeks ago, because the week before Father's Day. Anyways, and that's what they said. They will not tolerate violence or destruction, interference with government functions, or trespassing on government property after an armed man was arrested earlier this week near the Supreme Court, Brett Kavanaugh's home, and all that jazz, right? That's what they said. That's what they said, right? So, was that what happened? That's my question. Was that what happened on Friday? Especially towards the evening. A lot of you folks probably saw some interesting things. And I'm going to run a clip here in the, where is it at? Here we go. Over here. Yeah, right here. While I'm talking, so that you guys can see what happened. And just watch it. and let me know your thoughts down in the comment sections or the stream or wherever you happen to be watching this at, because some folks are busy and can't watch what I'm talking about. And it's already playing on the screen. I'm just fooling around with something over here on my end, just, folks. But anyways, as you can see on the screen, if you remember the J6 situation, they called everybody insurrectionist. This was where was it? This Arizona state capitol, from my understanding, and all these people banging on windows, kicking doors, threatening all kinds of stuff, and people had to move in. Law enforcement had to move in and use tear gas. And then I wanted to show you also the view from the inside, outside of the what's going on outside. I like that. If you see that door right there, you can see that door being kicked in. If they bring that camera back around, but anyways, there was thousands of people out there, trying to get in. They didn't breach it, I guess, so maybe that's the difference they're trying to say here. If you can see here, look what happened to officers. To me, that looks a bit violent, doesn't it? And of course, then you have the Capitol Police here getting armed up for what they expect to happen. But all in all, folks, to me, it was pretty bad. I know a lot of you folks have come across some of these videos and this content on the net because it was all over the place. I sat at work watching it live as everything unfolds on different, restreamers, as I call them. Restreamers are the folks that, take feeds from, like, let's say Twitch and Facebook and wherever they find them at and restream that person's stream all across New York City, LA, Arizona, Washington, D.C., and the list goes on. Nevada. I didn't see much in Miami as much as I expected it to. I guess Governor DeSantis made sure he was going to quell that relatively quickly. But where's the feds? Where is the repercussions? They said they didn't want to see violence or destruction or interference with government and all that stuff like that. So this is what bothers me, is the hypocrisy, depending on what side you land on. If you're more on the conservative side, you're an enemy of the state, is that's what it seems like at this point, right? But if you follow, the leftist agenda, maybe the far left agenda, and the narrative that's being, spewed out of the, I don't know if you guys watch any of the, three-letter agency, news networks like CNN and NBC, CBS, ABC, all that kind of crap, and how the view is hilarious. And this is why I watch some of this stuff, because it's entertaining to see these people fly off the rails. And then you have the President of the United States make a statement, as well as his other folks, the VP and everybody else, make these statements, but specifically him, talking about constitutional rights and all that stuff like that. And it's ironic because, if you read the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, I just don't see that word in there. So where do they gather this information? And I know where they're going to go. They're going to go into women's rights and whatnot, and use that amendment and whatnot. But here's the funny thing is, didn't they just elect someone to the Supreme Court that could not define what a woman is? But then we want to talk about, they want to, talk about their rights. Now, don't get me wrong, folks. I hope no one takes this in the wrong context, because, I love my wife, I love my daughter, and I believe that they're Americans and they have just same rights as we as males do. And what I mean by that is, we all are equal under law and under God. So the problem I have is when the left says that they can't differentiate what a woman is, but then they want to yell at the top of their lungs about women's rights. Hopefully that makes sense to you out there who's watching this video. That's the problem I have. Just a few months ago, you couldn't define what a woman is, but then you want to pass legislation or push legislation to define a woman's rights, but you don't know what a woman is. Do you see how complicated and how confusing that can be for the American people who are in tune to real life, not this fictitious world of, gimme, 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 and everything is handed to you world? It just doesn't make any dang sense. Speaking of which, let's look at Corn Pop in 2006. I'm going to play this clip, and it's funny. This is politics. How politics are bent and construed to whatever they think is going to get them that vote. And don't get me wrong, there's some good people out there. 100%. There's some good politicians out there who care about their constituents. There's a lot of them out there who do it for the money, for the payoff. Career politicians. Just like what? Those 14 Republicans that voted in favor of passing that gun legislation that Corn Pop signed into law. I'm pretty sure that's going to come back to bite someone in the ass. Anyways, let's listen to 2006 Corn Pop and see what he had to say.
I do not view abortion as a choice and a right. I think it's always a tragedy, and I think that it should be rare and safe. And I think we should be focusing on how to limit the number of abortions, and there ought to be able to have a common ground and consensus as to do that.
So 16 years, if I do my math right, he's changed. I guess he has a new puppeteer in his head. He has whoever's actually truly running the government at this point, telling him no, that you can't say what you did back in 2006. You have to change your views. This is what needs to be said. Here's a piece of paper that tells you when to sit down, when to stand up, when to say hello, who to talk to, and what questions to answer, and how to blink, and basically how to wipe your nose. That was an interesting thing, and I'm glad some of the news agencies caught that. They had the good enough cameras to zoom up on that. God, who would have thought? Unless I'm crazy, as far as I know, I don't think, unless you're a child, you need to be told when to sit, what to do specifically step by step. I mean, it's just mind-blowing, folks. Anyways. I want to show you, a lot of folks, wherever you fall at, you know what I mean? That's your decision as an American. That's whatever you want to believe in, you believe in. I'm not here to tell you what decisions to make in your life, or who to believe in or who not to believe in. I'm just here to voice my opinion and go over information. But another video that I wanted to share, and ironically enough, a lot of you folks might be familiar with Kanye West, but he really explained something. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Margaret Sanger. But let me bring him up real fast so that you can listen.
Abortion is the #1 killer of black lives in the United States, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Mm-hmm. Abortion kills more black people than HIV, homicide, diabetes, accidents, cancer, and heart disease. Watch this one. Combined. Yeah. Combined, 3,000 shootings in Chicago a year, 700 murders. You got to put that with heart disease. You got to put that with HIV. You got to put that with diabetes. You got to put that with just accidents.
Yeah,
and you put that with cancer. Yeah. And it doesn't add up to specifically abortions. And if you think about that number, 1,000 black babies are aborted each day.
So from my perspective, he laid it out right there. He laid it out right there. And it's a shame that a lot of black Americans, even minorities in general, will fall for the left, will fall for the Democratic jargon that they spew to control those folks. But it's right there in black and white, simply put. And whether if you like Kanye or not, he said it right there. And it's not statistics that you can find these statistics. And then, it's what makes me laugh is when you try to look some of this stuff up on your web, you'll get all these fact-checking websites. And it's funny to see. But when you dig into it, so let's look at who started Planned Parenthood, right? And they'll try to say things to the extent like, the conservatives misconstrue what she stood for and what she said. But Planned Parenthood's own. Where is it at? Let me bring up a little thing about Margaret Sanger real quick. I think I have it here. And this is from the Planned Parenthood's new CEO, Alexis McGill Johnson. Anyways, Planned Parenthood's newest CEO, Alexis McGill Johnson, has recently made the decision to distance the organization from their racist eugenist founder, Margaret Sanger. So even the people in Planned Parenthood are saying Sanger was a racist and what she stood for and what her plan was. Okay? And here's the CEO of the company saying so. So for the fact checkers out there who are trying to, bend to the left and make it look like she wasn't, no, she was. She was an absolute racist who created this machine to destroy children, specifically in the impoverished black communities and minority communities. Anyways, it says at Planned Parenthood, we have made the bold decision to part ways from our evil racist founder. We denounced her racism once and for all, and to show our commitment to that, we will be doubling here. And pay attention to this, folks. We will be doubling our presence in minority communities, announced Planned Parenthood CEO Alexis McGill Johnson. Starting today, in the name of equality, we will be offering free abortions for anyone who isn't white. To me, that sounds pretty racist. They're going to be doubling the amount of Planned Parenthood spots in low-income, impoverished, minority, black, Hispanic, whatever you want to call it, neighborhoods, and say, hey, you don't even have to pay. It's free. We'll kill that child inside of you for free. If that doesn't speak volume for evil and the plan behind what they're doing, then you have to be blind. You have to be so far gone that there is no more help for you. No matter what I say won't change your mind. What anybody says won't change your mind. It's just mind-blowing, folks. This is the things that are destroying this country as we know it. And people are so blind that they are not paying attention. They keep on these blinders on their face and not paying attention to what's really happening in their communities, in their state, and in our country. And funny enough, this is just not happening here, folks. It's happening abroad as well. All westernized civilizations. And people like China and Russia are sitting back and laughing to their heart's content to the demise of Western culture, specifically the U.S. and everybody associated with it. We could go down so many other avenues with this, but I won't. But I do want to show you something. Maybe you support one of these companies. So my question I asked is, well, who's the donors for Planned Parenthood? Who gives money to this company to keep them afloat? So I have two lists. The first one I'm going to bring up here, and I have a few things highlighted that you can see. These are, and matter of fact, I have these linked down below in case you want to read the article associated with these, but I just wanted to screenshot the list. But here's 38 companies that have directly funded Planned Parenthood. And this is not to say how many celebrities that you may watch, that may entertain you, that support the death of a child in the womb. Anyways, Adobe. So you folks that like to use Adobe Premiere, Adobe Acrobat, and all the stuff you like to use to edit your videos, they support it. American Cancer Society, American Express, AT&T, Avon, Bank of America, Bath and Body Works, Ben & Jerry's, Clorox, stuff to use to wash your clothes, Converse, Deutsche Bank, Dockers. You like to wear those Dockers and look all, professional. Energizer, batteries. A lot of us use Energizer batteries, Duracell batteries. Duracell's not on here. We might have to go there. ExxonMobil. If you happen to use one of the mobile cards, and you get those interest rates and you pay interest on that credit card, yeah, some of that money goes to Planned Parenthood. Expedia, Fannie Mae, Groupon. Johnson & Johnson is highlighted because they are also part of the Charlie Victor gang. La Senza, never heard of them. Levi Strauss, anybody who likes to wear those nice Levi jeans, here you go. Every bit of your money that you send to them, and part of it goes to that you're. I'm not saying you're. It sucks to say that, but yeah, some of that money that you spend on those jeans goes to Planned Parenthood, Liberty Mutual, Macy's, March of Dimes, Microsoft, aka the Gates Foundation, which we know his whole theory on depopulation. And like I said, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole at the moment. Morgan Stanley, Nike, which we know Nike supports China and everything like that, and the people associated with Nike, all these sports players that would fall apart without the support of China, paying their bills for them. Oracle, PepsiCo, Pfizer, good old Pfizer, another one of the Charlie Victor gangs. Progressive, Starbucks, go figure, the blue-haired folks behind the counter serving you your $20 coffee. Susan G. Komen, I'm not familiar with that. Tostitos, Unilever, United Way, Verizon, Wells Fargo, just to name a few. Like I said, I don't have the list of the celebrities out there. The other list I have here, I have linked down below as well, goes into a little bit more. They have an additional list at the bottom that I was looking at. These are a similar list generated by LDI Life Decisions International, includes the following nonprofit groups as donors to Planned Parenthood listed below. The pro-life group says the list includes corporations that have donated to Planned Parenthood at any level and any amount within the past 5 years, but who officials refuse to say donations will not be made in the future. But you see some of these things on here. The Elton John's AIDS Foundation, Boys and Girls Clubs, Girl Scouts, YMCA, the Lions Club, March of Dimes, I think I went over that. What else? The Red Cross, Elks Club, Michael J. Fox Foundation, Rotary Club, Sierra Club, Save the Children, Juvenile Diabetes Association, Ronald McDonald House Charities, AARP. Again, folks, the Kiwanis Clubs, Human Rights Kiwanis Clubs. Some of these things, most people aren't aware of, that some of these organizations support Planned Parenthood and what they do. Some people don't want people to know about it. They'll bury these lists, and sometimes you'll have to dig for them. And with any instance, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm looking into this and I'm wrong. You know, I'm not always right. Far from it. But it's up to you, my viewers, to take it further. Look into these articles. Look into this information. All I can do is really plant the seed with you, and you take that seed and grow it into what you want to, and make your own decision. I'm not here to shove anything down your throat. I'm not here to shove my beliefs down your throat or my views. I'm just here to share information. You do with it what you please with, or how you please. But yeah, I just wanted to show that. You know, and things are starting to hit the airwaves finally. I want to show you something. I'm not going to talk too much in it because, you know, I'll just get slapped in the face for it. Oh, that's weird. Excuse me. But France just dropped some information out. And I think I might have this link below. If not, you can go to the nature.com website and you can get that article right there. Anyways, it says new peer-reviewed study using nationwide hospital discharge and Victor data in France provides strong evidence of an increased risk of myocarditis and pericarditis in the week following Victor against the Charlie Victor. Hopefully you guys understand my whole little spiel here. With the Victors in both males and females. Nature Communications says there have been reports of myocarditis and pericarditis following the Charlie Victors, and there's a list, and it breaks it all down. So the information is starting to make, you won't see it on mainstream news. You won't see too much of this hit the mainstream airways because they don't want people to know that there's a risk associated with, you know, doing that and so on and so forth. Maybe some of you folks were forced into it. And I pray that you have a healthy, long life. Who knows? There was also another study that just dropped that talked about in males, there was having an issue with their little guys. to make more little guys, if you guys get what I'm saying. I'm trying to be as, what is it, family friendly as possible, but you get what I'm saying. They're finally starting to, all the research is starting to come out a year or two later. Even though they just passed legislation that says that they can start using it on children 5 and under, which is a scary fact. There's a lot of information out there. You should look into it. If you're on the Discord, there's a lot of information there as well in regards to things that we can't really discuss. And one final thing I want to jump overseas for a second. And the thing is, folks, you notice in the news, there's a lot of distraction. And this whole Roe versus Wade thing is all it is it's a political ploy, like everything else is, to make you not pay attention to the inflation, and not pay attention to the gas prices, to not pay attention to the food issues, and the list goes on. They don't want you to be prepared. They want you to be dependent on big government. So, folks, I hope anybody who's watching this, anybody who's in the community, that you are prepared, or at least as best as you can to, and every day you're adding something to your preps to make life for you and your family more survivable. Anyways, I'm going to bring up this article that I have here, just because mainstream won't talk about it. The whole the Ukrainians just had a massive blow, and some of their elite soldiers, 80% of them were lost in this battle that they were having. They're taking massive casualties. And Putin's not going to stop. Putin is not going to stop. I've been watching and reading information that's been diving deeper into this whole situation and why specifically Ukraine, and what it means for the U.S., and why most likely that there's CIA operatives and other folks out there. And eventually things will come to light, unfortunately, probably when it's too late. Anyways, as you can see on the screen, it says China's army is undergoing the largest buildup in the Chinese regime's history since World War II, according to Admiral John Aquilino. Maybe I got his name right, maybe I didn't. Commander of the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command. So this admiral holds weight. He said he made the comment in a conversation hosted by the Research Institute, the Foundation for Defense and Democracies, on June 24th. The buildup encompasses all Army domains and capabilities such as naval ships, fifth-generation aircraft, missile forces, and don't forget cyber capability in space, and strategic nuclear capability. He said that the concern for all Americans should be the pace, scale, and scope in which China is growing, and what does that mean with regard to intent for the future peaceful, I would have said globe, I don't know. I don't like the way they ended that sentence, but I would have said, whatever, world peace or whatever, but he said peaceful globe, future peaceful globe. But basically, peace among nations. So China is gearing up. Largest ever since World War II, folks. But we don't see that. But the American people, most of us, won't know about that. Unless you follow a channel like myself or others out there who discuss this type of information. And then it kind of brings you into the know. But we don't see it plastered across all the news agencies. Maybe they don't want to panic people. Maybe they don't want to scare people. Maybe they feel that the American people shouldn't know. But I feel it is something I need to share. But all in all, the Russians, the Chinese, the North Koreans, and the list grows. They're gearing up. They're stockpiling food, resources, and they're gearing up their militaries for what may come, or what is to come. I'm no Nostradamus, so I can't predict the future. The future just doesn't seem to be coming. It doesn't seem that it's going to be a peaceful future anytime soon moving forward. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. I'd rather be wrong. I'd rather down the road someone say, well, man, you were wrong. Well, I would be like, thank God I was wrong. I'm happy to be wrong for something like that. But folks, you know, with any of these, with the content that I produce, and these informationals, all I could hope is that you folks out there are consistently being prepared and getting prepared, staying prepared, and staying aware of everything around you, from the local level to the global level. I know it's a lot to take and a lot to ingest, and you know, just keep on doing what you're doing. Every little bit helps. All right, folks, I want to thank you all for joining me this Sunday. I appreciate you guys' time. I appreciate any thumbs ups. Mods, thank you for all the things that you do. I truly appreciate your support as well on this channel. You know, it's like I said, without you folks out there, there would be no channel. So thank you. Thank you for taking a little bit of time out of your day and hanging out with here in the great community. That being said, please be safe. Know that you're not alone. This is GreyMan. I'm out. I'll see you guys in a rebound. God bless.